Hello, welcome back to Ease. I created this podcast to help aspiring entrepreneurs get into action so you can get money into the bank and start living the life of passion, purpose, and ease you were born to live. On today's episode, I will answer the question, how can I get just about anyone on the phone, even a billionaire? To tackle this question, I need to tell you a story of a very good friend of mine. He is one of the single most confident people I have met in my life. I've learned a hack from him that has been very useful to me in pitching because let's face it, as entrepreneurs, we often have to pick up the phone to pitch people who are intimidating to us. We need to pitch business partners. We need to pitch stores. We need to pitch collaborators. And the ability to pitch and speak effectively and to be confident about our offering is something that we all can stand to master and benefit from. So I wanted to share this confidence hack with you to help you the next time you have to pick up the phone and talk to anyone. And yes, I mean it, even a billionaire. So my friend's name is Stan Foster of Stan Foster Media. He grew up in a place called Youngstown, Ohio, extremely tough, crime-ridden place with gangs and drugs. He was selling drugs himself at the tender age of 12 years old. He had no father in the home, grew up in the projects. He was so poor, he was po. Like they couldn't even afford the R on the end of the word. He was so po. And then made it out of the hood, but he even had to play mental games with himself because when he went to Hollywood, he only had like the shirt on his back and $50 to his name, something like those stories you hear about in the movies. Well, this was his real life. And so he would play games with himself to keep going. For instance, he would trick himself into believing he was just fasting, not starving, when he didn't have anything to eat. He would trick himself into believing he was preparing for a role when he was sleeping on the floor of a public bathroom. Stuff like that. He had really hard times. And then he finally got his big break on a show called Tour of Duty. And that gave him exposure to the makings of Hollywood and behind the scenes. And he decided he really liked being behind the camera as well as in front of it. So he started a production company and started directing films, writing films and television shows, and pitching himself as a producer of shows, even though he'd never gone to director's school, never taken a writing class, knew nothing about producing. The man is super confident, as I said. So one day he was telling me about how he was going to call Disney to pitch some product that he had packaged. And I said, Stan, you are so ridiculously confident. You never take no for an answer. Where did this confidence come from? And he told me, actually, yes, in those early days, having to hustle for his life in the hood and having to psych himself out that he was fasting, not starving when he didn't have any money or food, helped him to be mentally flexible. And that's always an asset for any entrepreneur or anyone needing to accomplish any task that's hard. But with that, he practices specific hacks that help him to be really confident in the moment. And he was telling me about how he saw a program featuring the life of this self-made billionaire. His name is Jeff Arnold, the founder of WebMD, amongst other projects. And Jeff was getting a lot of press at the time and being heralded because he was one of the few self-made entrepreneurs to create a billion-dollar company before the age of 30. So my friend Stan sees his life story and he gets really inspired and thinks, oh, I like that guy's a self-made billionaire. Why don't I call him up and pitch him on this project that I have? I think he'd be a perfect fit. Okay, so let's rewind. Remember, my friend Stan just sees this billionaire on a TV show and decides to look him up and call him up the next day. Doesn't know him from Adam, but has the confidence to do this. So he called the guy's office, and this is the confidence hack. I'll tell you that, and then I'll tell you what happened when he called his office. What my friend Stan does when he's preparing to call anyone that's, a big wig or someone who could be intimidating to call, someone who's, a VIP, he imagines that VIP has lost a winning lottery ticket. Let's say their ticket was worth $100 million. They're distressed looking for their lottery ticket, and he imagines that he just walks by, finds their lottery ticket, and is merely calling them to return their lost ticket. See, when you shift the energy when you're calling someone from needing something from them to coming from contribution, offering value to them, offering the return of a winning lottery ticket, it shifts everything about your psychology and your perspective. So he's coming from a place of service and of helping them happen upon $1 billion idea or a collaboration that's going to change their lives. Or just, again, he keeps it simple. In his mind, he's returning a winning lottery ticket, and it really works for him. I've even used it too. It's worked for me. See if it can work for you the next time you have a phone call that's, with a VIP and it's a little intimidating. But so this is what he did. He called the person's office. He got a voicemail and he left this message. I'm paraphrasing, but something like this. Hi, I'm Stan Foster of Stan Foster Media. Saw your life story last night on A&E. Was very impressed with how you built a $1 billion company by yourself. And I wanted to tell you that they say the first billion you make in business is the hardest billion. Well, if you want to know how to make your easiest billion, please give me a call back, because I have an idea with the potential to do just that. Looking forward to hearing from you. So first of all, let me correct what I just said in that Jeff did it by himself. I meant self-made billionaire. He didn't come from money. I didn't mean he didn't have a team of people helping him with WebMD. Of course he did, but back to the story. So my friend Stan left this message. What do you think happened next? Can you guess? Okay, well, I'll tell you. You don't have to guess. He leaves this message and he gets a call back like the same day, maybe 2 hours later, from Jeff Arnold, secretary, saying, "Hi, Stan. Mr. Allen would love to set up a meeting with you. When are you free?" And just so you know, he invited all the staff into his office and played them your message as an example of how to get anyone on the phone. So believe me when I tell you, his confidence hack works. And he impressed this prospect so much that the prospect even said to his staff, this is how you can get anyone on the phone. You lead with value and you lead with confidence. I like it. Do you have any confidence hacks that have helped you along the way? If so, I would love to hear from you. Please email me. You can reach me at ease.com. That's EEAZE.com, or on our show hotline, 801-901-7030. And please do share this episode with your friends, with any aspiring entrepreneurs you know that can use motivation, help, hacks to get their businesses off the ground. And please subscribe. And like I said, I'd love to hear your feedback always. And until next time, remember, stay happy, stay healthy, stay on purpose, and always stay at ease. Bye for now.